Skye Squad, we are back in the building and we gotta talk basketball wives. Okay. Basketball wives is back in the mother freaking building. Yes, finally. Come February 9th, we will all be talking about Basketball Wives, the new season, okay? A little teeny tiny trailer just dropped, okay? We got description of the new season, okay? We also got a new visual for the cast photo, all right? And then we got to talk about some of the new ladies that were just kind of recently announced as well. So we're going to get into all of that, all right? And of course, as you guys know, I'm going to tell you where you can find more information so you guys can read up on it for yourselves and see, everything that you need to see with regards to this. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, go ahead and do so. Hit the notification bell button, hit that subscribe button, like this video if you like basketball wives and reality TV related content, and join the texting community so I can send you a text message as soon as a new video drops, okay? Now, as we kind of go through this, I'm going to be going through my notes, so never fear. I'm going to be looking down a little bit as we kind of walk through everything that's going on. And this is exciting, y'all. Season 9 of Basketball Wives. And honestly, I'm going to tell you, with Real Housewives of Atlanta kind of just starting to get its engine revved up, and with Real Housewives of Potomac over, I was in need of something else fresh and new, okay? And now that we have it coming back, I'm excited. We're going to get into all the details about it right now, okay? So the press release reads as such, okay? And it's from Variety. It says, after more than a year off, VH1 has set to return Basketball Wives. The 9th season will premiere on Tuesday, February 9th at 8 p.m. Variety has learned exclusively. So this was exclusive to Variety, this press release anyway, all right? Now, I want to take a note right here and say this. I'm super happy that it's on a Tuesday because, we have traditionally had Sunday nights is the big night for a lot of our African-American sort of talent-led shows, okay, on Bravo. So it's nice to have Basketball Wives coming in on a Tuesday because we also have Wednesdays that we also like to cover Real Housewives of Salt Lake City as well. Now, I'm not really doing Dallas at this point, Real Housewives of Dallas, because I'm just not that interested in it yet. Although I am watching it to see if it just starts to take off in any way, shape, or form. But these are the shows that we kind of like to stick to on this channel right here, all right? Now, it says the fan favorite VH1 reality series will see its cast members' sisterhood tested like never before as they adjust to life amid the pandemic and fight against social injustices while still dealing with unresolved relationships, okay? It says this season includes returning cast members Shaunie O'Neal, Malaysia Pargo, Evelyn Lozada, Jackie Christie, Jennifer Williams, Kristen Scott, OG, Phoebe Torres, as well as newcomers Liza Morales, Nia, and Noraya Dorsey, okay? So we have 3 newcomers. Now, we had actually spoken about Liza Morales before, and we're going to actually get more into Nia and Noraya Dorsey in just a second. I'm going to give you guys all the tea about them and tell you where you can find more information, all right? But it says here, family is still a big theme of the show as Shaunie relocates to Houston, Texas, okay, to be closer to her children. Now, this is interesting to me because I had not actually known this, but I guess it kind of makes sense given that we were in a pandemic. And it's sort of, I guess I can understand that. But it's also interesting because it's the first time in quite a while that we've had anybody from the franchise in a different location. You guys may recall that when the original Basketball Wives franchise was airing, the later seasons kind of featured the ladies living in different areas, and they sort of traveled around the country a little bit more to kind of be in each of the areas that the ladies were kind of located in. So it seems like we're kind of going back to this, either that or they're making an exception because Shaunie is the EP, okay? Because it don't look like they did that for nobody else, all right? It says Evelyn Lozada is getting ready to move into a new home. Malaysia is ready to teach her children about police brutality and how to deal with officers of the law. Discussion of systemic racism and Black Lives Matter will be a part of the season in other ways, as well as including through Scott's involvement with the movement. I'm assuming that's Kristen Scott right here. Then it says romantic relationships and the drama that comes with them will be front and center as well. Williams, Torres, and Morales all have exes that still loom large, despite trying to focus on their futures, including a new relationship for Torres. Now, we had been told, or at least we had heard from British Williams, that she would be returning to the show, but it doesn't really make any mention of her here, okay? But she may still be featured as a friend of Jackie's and maybe featured on the new season, and maybe that's how she's able to say she's a part of the new season. I don't really know. I'm trying to get more information about that, but we'll just have to see as time goes on, okay? So we do have here that Phoebe is back, Jennifer is back, and then we're talking about Liza Morales, who we've been kind of talking about for the past several months. She's been popping up on a lot of the Basketball Wives Instagram pages and blogs, and so we kind of know that she's actually in the mix, and it's good to see that they've actually mentioned her here, okay? It also says the intergroup conflict, of course, will arise as well, despite Christie and O'Neal, Jackie and Shaunie, both trying to bring the women together and find peace among each other. Dynamics will be further shaken by the return of OG as well as the newcomers. So I don't know if this means that OG will return sometime later in the season and she won't be around in the beginning. I'm not really sure how that's going to play out, but I'm obviously assuming that this will really sort of be about repairing the friction between Jennifer and Malaysia and OG, Evelyn, and Malaysia as well, because those are the ones that seem to have a lot of beef, as well as Phoebe and Jackie, although I really felt like their beef wasn't that serious, okay? I am ready for some wacky Jackie back on my screen, all right? It says Basketball Wives is executive produced by Truly Original, Shed Media, and VH1. Shaunie serves as executive producer. Yeah, so I mean, taking a look at this cast photo right here, we see that Jennifer has replaced Tami Roman in the shot. We see this is basically a reworked version of the cast photo that they've been using for past seasons. I know that this year, probably because of the pandemic, there have been a lot of shows that haven't really given us a new cast photo. So I'm assuming that this may be one of the reasons why we're not getting a new one at this point in time. I would have appreciated a new cast photo because obviously the women were shot here individually and then put together in various incarnations as they have been over the past several years. So it wouldn't have hurt for them to have maybe done a new cast photo for the new season and maybe sort of feature some of the other ladies, just like they did on Basketball Wives, you know, when it was in Miami, when they had a full season of about 8 cast members. Remember that season when they did that? They had all of the cast members featured. But here, they only kind of featured the OGs from each of the 2 franchises, that being Basketball Wives LA and Basketball Wives Miami. So I guess that's sort of why we only get to see those 5. And truly, those are the 5 that we care about. Although I do know that a lot of people are really here for OG, specifically after what happened with her last season. So a lot of people were hoping that we would get something updated to be a little bit more inclusive of the likes of Kristen and Phoebe and OG, because they have been around this group for a bit longer, okay? Especially, you know, Kristen and OG at this point. So we have that, and of course we have the trailer, which kind of gives us a little bit of a clue as to what's going on this season. We do, in the trailer, get to see that Evelyn is trying to arrange for the ladies to move into one house together to sort of work through the issues. I'm not necessarily sure at what point in the season that occurs. I heard about this being the case for some time now, so it'll be interesting to see how this sort of plays out in light of what we're hearing here from the press release. I guess what I want to know from you guys is, what are you interested in hearing about? What are you interested in seeing from the new season? You know, are you guys going to miss any of the old players like Tami, like who else was it? Oh, what was her name? Cece, okay? Before we go, we got to talk about the new ladies. We got to talk about the other 2 new ladies, okay? So if you guys head on over to BBWT Inc., okay, you guys can meet the newbies. Noraya Dorsey, Okay, it says here, she is one of the newest members of the Basketball Wives cast. She is married to basketball player Sean Taggart. The two have 2 beautiful children and is also from Memphis, Tennessee. Okay, and then we have her sister joining. Her name is Nia Dorsey, who is also one of the newest additions to the season, and she will be joined by her sister Naraya, who is married to basketball player Sean Taggart. So we have those 2 beautiful women right there joining the cast, along with Liza Morales. I'm excited. I am completely excited. I don't know what to do with myself. We ain't even gotta wait that long. The thing about to pop off, and I'm ready for it, okay? Comment in the chatterization if you guys are ready as well, and we're gonna see y'all on the flip side.